Hello guys, today we are doing What If Deku Had Eevee's Abilities Part 1, and this was suggested by somebody in the comments section. I don't know the name of it. Anyway, we start this off with Deku when he is born, obviously. Inko gives birth to a bright young, very small Eevee with... Yeah, actually, no. Babies are born bald. I forgot. Very small, though. I don't know how you'd, cut... would it even be an inch? I don't know how tall puppies are born. Anyway, imagine it, maybe a wolf cub. I think a wolf cub works. Okay, next, Inko takes him to her house, I'd imagine, and, she's honestly weirded out. How did I give birth to a wolf? And she's going through, she's questioning life. How does instead of giving birth to a normal baby, I get a wolf cub? She starts wondering if he said she's jeans. Anyway, fast forward a couple years, and he is now 4. And Inko takes the thing to the thing to the Quirk doctor, and she doesn't know how to feel about Eevee Deku, because right now he's got the little hair that you see in this picture, but the mane under its chin is small, and the furry tail that looks awesome. And okay, so she still names the thing Izuku. Inko takes him to the Quirk doctor, and that's when, for the first time ever, Izuku's like, "Where are we going?" And he goes she just screams "You can talk!" And she starts screaming "I didn't know you could talk." It's Izuku's "I could always talk." And she's "Why didn't you do it before?" "I don't know." Goes having a midlife crisis right now. The wolf cub she gave birth to can now speak at the rightful age of 4. But no, after the first steps, after learning to read and write, now it speaks. Okay. So at the Quirk doctor. Docker. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. Sorry. But that was funny, I think. So, we get to the Quirk doctor, and he diagnoses his, Izuku's quirk as evolution. And he has the potential to shift into any element within the right stimuli. And don't question the word I used for all you 3rd graders out there. Look it up on Google. Deku is super happy about this.
Let's not get too far ahead of ourselves.
You didn't hear that. Sorry guys, I'm in the room recording with my brother. He gives me ideas. I record the entire thing. He gives no ideas. I still record the whole thing. Okay, so Deku now going home with Inko, and Inko asks, Izuku, are you happy about your quirk? While still having a midlife crisis, because now the adorable cinnamon roll can speak. And she puts him in daycare, obviously. That would be so stressful. Like, how do I feed this? No one knows how to feed Deku, apparently. Anyway, fast forward a couple years to middle school. And because Katsuki he doesn't care about Izuku. He just finds him like, you got the stereotypical quiet kid, you got the mean kid, you got the talkative kid, and then you got the weird kid. The kid no one talks to, but you just don't want to talk to them. It's like the vibe they give off. Izuku is approachable and super friendly, but he's weird. I love evolutions, guys. Don't hate on me for that, but I honestly hate Bakugou. I love evolutions. I love Deku. I hate Bakugou. So, Bakugou, I'm gonna just give a pat on my back to myself. No one likes Bakugou, I'm sorry. If you do, you're weird. Okay, so, to the last day of middle school, Inko, now trying to adjust. Deku is now this size, as you see in the picture. I think like 2 feet tall. His biggest growth spurt yet. You know, maybe if he had One For All, he could get to 2.5 feet, but he's not All Might, guys. He can't be 2.5 feet. I'm sorry, that's too big for him. That would be like a goat Izuku. Oh my gosh, that would be a horrible one. Okay, so, the teacher comes out of the classroom and is like, everyone, I got your future career plans. And he yeets them in the air. And they all go flying like, I know you all want to be heroes. And then Bakugou's like, who you coming in with me? Like, I am the best one here. No one is better than me. And Izuku is just staring him dead in the face. Like, there were invisible knives in Bakugou's head. The Levi's stare. He was shooting daggers at him. Like, how dare you? I am better than you. You say you're better than everyone. I am everything better. But, you know, he can't say that because that's illegal. Because Bakugou's ego, you see, there is real Bakugou, there is All Might, there is Nezu, there is the President, there is the Earth, there is God, and then there is Bakugou's ego a step above that. That is how high it is. It's higher than it's higher than God.
Higher than our personality?
Shush. Okay. So, Deku is walking around, and that's when the sludge villain jumps him while he's under the archway, and he hits the ground face first because Deku was like, nope, nope, face full of nope. And right now, Deku, being in his Espeon form because it is daytime. I'm sorry I did not mention it. So, this is how we'll put Deku's forms into place. So, in daytime, normally, without any stimuli, he is just Espeon. If it is a thunderstorm, it is Jolteon. If Deku is in a forest or surrounded by nature or like in the woods, he's, as you would expect, Leafeon. If he's in somewhere very warm or like fighting Endeavor, he is Flareon. And if he is, Sylveon I'm still working on because that is, I don't even know how to deal with Sylveon's one. During the night, obviously Umbreon. When it's raining or he's in the water, he is Vaporeon. And when he's in like an ice climate or it's colder than water, it is Glaceon. Eevee, we don't, no, just no. And Sylveon is banned, so yeah, we're just stuck in Gen 5, guys. Gen 6. Thanos meant Gen 6 for a little while, and he took a stroll, and he got his Infinity Stones, and Sylveon was gone. Same with Pikachu, successfully. Anyway, I'm sorry for blabbering on, guys. All Might comes out of the sewer, and he's like, sup, and then he blows everything away. There is Deku. You see like the leaves when there's like a tornado. It was like, yeet, and he went flying. And the sludge villain. We don't talk about the sludge villain. He was yeeted into the wall, not onto it, into it. And Deku, now with his head banged against the stairs because successfully that blocked him from going to America. All Might is like, "Are you okay, young man?" And then Deku is like, "I can see Jupiter." All Might is like, nice. And he gets the sludge villain in his awesome water bottle, and before leaving, Izuku somehow gets onto his very thick suit, and he can barely grip onto it. That's how skin tight that suit is. He's got to like grip it with all of his might, his almightiest might. And he goes onto the building as always. That is when Deku sees All Might, and All Might's like, "Why did you grab my leg?" And Deku's like, "I wanted a question." And All Might's like, "And my autograph wasn't enough?" And Deku shines up with stars in his eyes like, "Autograph!" It's like, hallelujah, hallelujah. His hands are shaking, just like mine, because All Might's handwriting is divine. So Deku eventually gets the courage to ask him, it's like, "Before you leave, All Might, do you think I can be a hero with my quirk?" And then All Might's like, "What's your quirk, Wolf?" And Deku was like, "I'm offended. My quirk allows me to change into any element, but I still look like myself." And then All Might was like, amazing. Nice. And All Might's like, you are strong. You can be a hero. I'ma head out. And he jumps off. And Deku is like, approval. And he somehow gets off the building. We still don't know the theory about that. Like, Matt Pat, how did he get off of that building? Did he jump? Or there were stairs? Probably not stairs, though. It can't be allowed that there were stairs. Let's say as Espeon he made stairs with his big brain energy that he had from being a Jedi. So Deku eventually walking around is like, approval from my idol. I still got the autograph. And he eventually hears the biggest boom boom in the middle of the city. And then he sees the giant explosion like, oh my gosh, Bakugou did it again. He just knows it's Bakugou. He sees the explosion, it's like, oh, it's Bakugou's ego. And he runs up to the crowd, and as 2 feet tall, He can't see anything. He can't even see the fire. That's how low to the ground he is. He's lower than most people's kneecaps. The toenails are taller than him. That's accurate. Anyway, he eventually gets onto an apartment's staircase, and he sees the sludge villain is choking out Bakugou, and he's like, All Might? Can you do this? And All Might he just knew someone wanted him to do something, and then he buffs up and does the biggest smash ever into the air. And the sludge villain is like, not again! And he goes into the wall again. Not onto it, still into it. So eventually, that happens, and Bakugou approaches the 2 feet tall Eevee, Deku. And he's like, I didn't need your help, nerd. And Deku's like, I got talked to by the Boom Boom Boy. And eventually, All Might approaches Deku like, young man, my point still stands. You can still be a hero. I told you you could, and you still can. But you can be cooler. And Deku's like, but I did nothing. And All Might's like, yeah, but you should take my hair. And then Deku's like, I already got enough. And then he runs off. So, it's fast forward 10 months of Izuku memeing. And he gets into the entrance exam of UA. And when he's walking off, he somehow trips, and then Uraraka's like, no. And then she gives him an ice pack like, this will recover all health. Words of my school nurse. Yes. And she walks off, and then Deku's like, oh, girl. And then he turns it to Sylveon like, I got talked to a girl, and now I look like a girl. And then he turns back into Espeon. He's like, Pog. And then he goes into the word exam. And he does the word exam, and he does it very well. And then Ida points him out after the word exam. And Ida's like, your wording during the word exam, that's illegal. And then President Mike is like, his wording is legal. And then they start bickering. And then eventually they go out to the practical exam. And that is when it starts thundering outside. Yep, that's right. Not a thunderstorm. It's thundering. And Jolteon now appears as Deku. And he starts sprinting to the robots, and he is making all the boom booms, but with electricity. Not the Bakugou boom booms. The yellow boom booms. And he gets 100 points because he's cool like that. He gets all the 3-pointers, all the 2-pointers, all the 1-pointers. And 1 0-pointer. Yeah, no matter what, he's still going to save Uraraka. You can, no matter what world, what canon, it's happening. So that happens, and fast forward 4 weeks, and Inko comes into the wolf den that Izuku calls it, and he sees Inko gives him the envelope from UA, and he opens it, and All Might's like, man who did not take my hair, welcome to UA. And then he does that little entrance. And Deku's like, I could have ate the hair, but that wouldn't match. It wouldn't match. And then the next day, he's walking up to UA. It's like, this is my journey to become the greatest hero. Patent pending. Bye.
Peter Pan, that's what they call me. I promise that you never be lonely. Peter